Call of Duty League is presented by T-Mobile, now America's largest and fastest 5G network. Set your sights on the competition with T-Mobile, the leader in 5G. Scuff, the official controller of the Call of Duty League. The Call of Duty League is presented by USAA Insurance, auto, renters and home insurance that's made to help the military community protect what they've worked hard for.
But that might be what matters. Dashy hits the shots. Scump puts one down. Accuracy. No, he wins the gunfight to make it interesting. It's going to be attached, trying to rally across. He's going to hit Xyz. Scump is just holding. Scump is just holding. Wins the fight. Accuracy, though, they line up. They line up for accuracy, and he wins it. Are you kidding? Accuracy with the ice.
Okay, let's go!
Oh my God! Oh my God, bro! What the
Slack with his third first blood of this map. Fury, though, soars into the site, at least gets one, tries to challenge a second, not gonna happen there.
Accuracy's coming. He's the last guy. Is he too late? Believe the answer is yes with 3 down, but bomb still hasn't been planted. He's in from behind, they're all 3 lining up! Accuracy finds all 3! The late flank, ice in his veins!
We've seen it all. We've seen it all.
I called his flank out. It was like 30 seconds before that. It was so slow, they didn't think it was coming.
We've seen it all.
And that's 2 blunders now for LG, right?
Welcome back to Major 2, presented by Zinni Gaming. And Joe, we've had our share of incredible moments throughout the years, watching that 1v3 yesterday for accuracy. Yeah, it brings memories back to another time where players line up in front of him, he finds all the kills and comes through with the clutch, but it was a special moment yesterday. They won that no one is going to be forgetting anytime soon.
Yeah, that's one way to put it. I mean, accuracy with TK in those couple events, they won back-to-back. They had some ridiculous clutches, and that's what you get with a great 4v4 Call of Duty. We had a couple of those moments throughout this weekend, and hopefully there's a couple saved for today.
Yeah, that's what's so nice. Like, it's just with 5v5, we didn't have as many of those, 1v3, 1v4 clutches, and it feels like we're getting so many more of these wild and insane plays. But it's time to now focus on our match. We've got 4 teams left. Today, we crown a champion, and, well, their share of this $500,000. It's time to meet our squads. Let's start off with Toronto Ultra.
Try to get mad, everybody wanna keep up, but you know I move too fast, I'ma zip right past, drip all on my swag, why you tryna size me up, you don't wanna try your luck, hot as a stove, what did you know, burn like coal, yeah you know I go, way too hot, yeah I really too cold, I'ma keep going till I hit my goals, better get back when I'm in my zone, do it for the ones that I know back home, did it myself, they ain't put me on, but you call back if you hear that song, another level.
Joe, this is a team that even before the change, we thought could always be a threat, right? Always be a threat to the top teams, make some runs at tournaments. Just, they at times were collapsing in these clutch moments, not always performing as consistently as they needed to. Or here they are, making a run. It's been awesome to see. They're in the top 4.
Yeah, they really have. It's sort of a reminder, right? Ultra won an event last year. They won their home series. They're saying we can be one of the best teams in the world. And they're pretty similar to Røkkr. They are solid in every single game mode. As you said, throughout stage 1, it was just throws. Just those small moments, really the difference makers from them being a middle of the pack team to them being a top 4 team. They fixed those. They're in a great situation right now, now fighting for top 3.
And on the other side, Røkkr, I guess you'd say a team of miracles. Whether it's win or lose, some of the situations these guys have been a part of at this tournament are things you just will see once a year, if that. It's been unbelievable. They're still alive in this tournament. They're trying to make a run, get to a grand final. Let's check them out. Minnesota Røkkr.
Røkkr certainly come to play.
They can't stop it. They can't stop the kids. They can't stop it.
Oh, Priestahh, disgusting. Accuracy's there, nice kill. Bang! 200 IQ, 10 out of 10 play. Oh my word! But Dash is going to save the day. Røkkr are kings of the north.
Joe, I know you've been competing and commentating a long time. I've been around for my fair share as well. But between that control moment where Empire get him at 0.1 seconds and the S&D yesterday, I mean, those have got to be somewhere around the top 5 of most absurd moments we've seen in Call of Duty.
Pretty darn close. I'm sure there's something. Someone will maybe, find some other moments. But yeah, I mean, in the same weekend, just days apart,
right?
Nothing like it. I mean, Minnesota has been on the side of heartbreak. They've been on the side of excitement in getting another shot to try and get to that championship.
Yeah, they're getting close. It's been awesome to see what this team has been capable with Standy and the roster. But Joe, let's talk about the keys to victory here from Game Fuel.
I mean, plain and simple, their hardpoint's been great. Their search and destroy, though, we got to get it back to that Røkkr standard, 1-3. A search and destroy record in their last 2 matches. Attach is a big part of that. He has a 0.62 right now in the Major 2, so he's got to get better. On top of that, Attach also has the highest X Factor rating in hardpoint and control in their last 2 matches. What does that mean? When they are winning, Attach is frying. When they're losing, he's getting smoked. So can he find a consistent balance? And then again, you just got to go show Standy some love, because I think a lot of people thought, this is just going to be a honeymoon period, or he won't be able to do it against the best teams. He is doing it against the best teams. He has a 1.12 overall. That's against Dallas and OpTic.
Hey, I'm an avid chapstick fan too, buddy. I go through a ton of it, getting the lips prepped for an incredible match. But you got to think, Ultra, they're looking to come in here, and I get what many would feel is an upset. Joe, what do they need to look at here to come in for the victory?
Yeah, I'm looking at Kleenex in the hard points. He's been a huge difference maker on the map. Raid is really where he's played exceptionally well. He has a 1.31 in their wins and losses, a 0.88. Keep up the momentum in search and destroy. They have not lost an S&D in the last 3 matches. They're 2-0 in those round 11s, but undefeated so far in Major 2 and search. That's a very big deal when you look at this matchup. And then Bance. People loved it yesterday, the way he was playing against Los Angeles Thieves. He had a 1.51. We don't expect that here, but, you need him to be consistent.
Yeah, absolutely. I think, he's a guy that's taken some flack over the year when people have been calling for somebody's head when they're struggling. And more often than not, it's been Bance. So to see him come out and fry, put up a 1.5, I think it was awesome for a lot of us. And he saved my butt cheeks, Joe. He saved them. Now let's look at our maps and modes, the best of 5 as we continue on here at Major 2. Did anything jump off the page for you?
Well, Raid Hardpoint's been great for Toronto Ultra here at the Major. They're 2-0. Minnesota hasn't seen it, but we saw with Standy, they were a team that was winning that map. Express, this is a surprise pick by Røkkr. They did not look good on it yesterday, but maybe they had a chance to fix some of those mistakes. I think Raid Control may be a surprise for Toronto Ultra to pick that. Even though Røkkr are 0-1 at the Major, we know that probably should have been a win. And coming into this, they were 3-0 on that map with the new roster. So we'll see how Toronto can adjust. Garrison was there, it was open, but they go with Raid.
Yeah, but overall, I mean, don't you kind of feel like these 2 teams are really similar in a lot of ways? Like,
yes.
just good at all the game modes, like chance to come in and upset deep top teams, just both falling apart either in clutch moments or small communication errors. I just feel like there's so many parallels between the 2 squads.
They are just a tough team to beat because they are solid in every single mode. And they also have the players that can just whoa, this guy just destroyed us. Whether that's like a Kleenex or a Cammy on the Toronto Ultra side, on the Røkkr side. It could be an Attach, it could be a Standy. They're just solid fundamental teams from top to bottom.
Well, off the opening break, it's Bance pushing all the way through. Accuracy gets 2, but Bance there to greet him quickly. So ring control for a second, but flanking on in, I think, is Attach. We'll see what Attach can get towards ringside. He can take out both players. It looks like Attach has some help over the top as well. But he's able to stay alive. Surge right on forward Laundry side as well. Nothing too crazy in the opening moments.
Well, Røkkr, I mean, they lose spawns early on, but you can kind of see their splits back and forth. They're really trying to fight over laundry control. Accuracy's going to spawn inside a kitchen. Ultra, they go back towards garage. Accuracy locking down middle of the map. He knows that's where the pressure is going to come from. He has Standy now with him. On the old hill, Priestahh still trying to stay alive, up to 3 kills with Toronto. They're going to get that scrap time and now just try to get some map control so they can push in the kitchen.
One kitchen first. We'll see Røkkr here. Attach, you said it, he has been popping off in the hard points when they're getting victories. He had some incredible ones yesterday. I mean, struggled in the 2-3-5, but the hard point was so good out of him. Now it's Standy's turn to collapse. You got 3 stacked up in the back, but inside the point for now, at least will be Ultra. Surging forward is Standy. He's got gunfights, what seems to be everywhere, and just needs to finish off one final player. But they're getting the time inside. They'll let him lurk inside of money for now.
And Ultra going to spawn up water side. You still have a player inside of money. It's going to be their last go at it. You don't want to spawn in the back here. Who actually is to spawn there? It's going to be inside, so you have a bit of a splits here. Vance spawned out low bedroom. But who was that? Attach is able to stay alive, and now Standy is there. Beautifully done by Minnesota. Røkkr, Priestahh having a great map. You saw him on 2 sprees. Now he's up to 5 in a row. And he earns some streaks. That would be so big to break basketball, to break ring. I mean, pick your poison on this map.
I mean, that was just about perfect. I mean, what, you hold that till about 5 seconds left, spawn them all in the back, and you win rotation and X. It doesn't get a lot cleaner than that, but what would help it be a little bit more clean would be some streaks. Yes, we'll see if Priestahh can get him. 9 and 3 now, 6 in a row. As he's watching the top side of Garage. Now wrapping back to try and get involved in the action. Maybe hold the zig rotation in. Sets him up for a kill in time. Well, I thought it set him up for an easy kill.
Should have. That should have been it. You got to play for those on raid. Just so, I mean, he has the kill. But what? The hipfire doesn't connect. The bullets don't come in. And that was a big kill from Toronto Ultra. And they're going to get some time here. Well, at least contest some of it. Inside is there. The close water spawns. Going to go the way of Røkkr, so they're going to earn up to 100 points. It's going to be about a 60-point lead. But Ultra at Basketball Hill, this is the money hill of the map. They can fight their way right back into it.
They're working to do just that now. Priestahh, a little bit short of streaks, but maybe he'll get another go at it. But enjoy the lead that you're going to enjoy for now. From Priestah's POV, we're going to hop right into an Astro listen-in with Minnesota Røkkr.
Put it in the back again.
Stop trying to look at money.
He's out.
Inside CHaLy. He's 1 shot.
Money bench dead.
Okay, money
on
on
the hill on 1 shot.
Money on hill.
L in hill.
Okay.
L money in hill.
Money dead.
L money hill.
Okay.
Let's work out.
L inside dead.
Good job. You want hit front. Heady, Cammy dead. Close left.
I got naded.
In the room dead.
Nice.
I'm right back. Take me money.
Look at
Back to the next den.
Yo, I'm rotating new. They can
They're
hit
gonna be
water.
rotating.
Watch your front, no more.
I'm wrapping the
I'm
whole
looking
way
money.
around.
Yeah, push
Push
it.
shot. Okay. I'm looking at you though.
Yeah, I think one's R to zig.
Okay, I'm gonna pinch R. I'm gonna pinch laundry.
Okay. I'm looking at
Top
you.
ring. Top ring inside.
Good job.
Dead.
Nice. Two. They're
Okay,
gonna
laundry in
I have the
corner.
bed cross.
Bottom
Laundry
mark.
dead.
Pull stairs cross. He's bottom mark. Trust.
Okay,
I pull
I'm
stairs
on
cross. I spawn pool.
On my right.
I spawn
Oh,
pool.
there's
Laundry
laundry.
And they're gonna be
Back
back.
kitchen. Listen, I'm holding. Yo, someone look
Try to
towers.
hold my water. I'll have pillars.
I'll
Okay,
be pillars.
I'm
I'll
looking
be
at
pillars.
kitchen.
Alright, they can pinch zig.
I'm holding kitchen.
I'm looking
Hold my
at
water.
pillars.
Yeah, one's kitchen.
I have pillars still.
I'm holding your kitchen.
Money rocks, man.
I have
Your
the
kitchen.
pool.
I have your kitchen.
Dead.
Good job.
Can you look at
I
your
need a
pillars
pillar.
now?
I'm
Pillars.
I'll get you back
Pillars.
still. I'll get you back still. Okay, laundry and kitchen. Oh, ring and kitchen. Going
Inside
pillars.
kitchen.
Going
He's holding zig.
pillars.
He's on zig. One
Pillars.
pillars.
I need a kitchen.
Telling this.
I need
Pillars,
to.
Cammy.
I got
Kleenex
no
20 kitchen. Kleenex 20 kitchen.
Probably his man.
Front corner, top ring. Front corner, top ring. Front on time.
Okay,
One
good
time.
Alright, let's hear out.
That's we're good. I'm going on pool with you.
I think Kleenex is gonna be pool.
I'm go back.
I'm premium the heady. I'm gonna wrap left as well.
I don't see anything.
It could be an R though.
Yo, I'm gonna
I'm
go.
stunning zig.
Water bands.
Water steps.
Water band, sweet. And money rock. Money, alright.
Alright, let's see. Everyone new.
Well, Joe, thankfully for Ultra, they finally break in there at Courtyard because there was a stretch of really nice sequences from Røkkr.
Yeah, Standy was able to, during that listen, Standy's able to get inside a kitchen. They break through basketball with 30 seconds left. They also get all the kills off rotation. You had early Courtyard control for Minnesota. It's only 40 points after the first rotation. The lead for Minnesota Røkkr. It could have been much worse. Priestahh again on another spree. 15 and 9. A great game 1 for him. But just look at the top right. Just balance from everybody. Outslaying Toronto Ultra right now throughout this map. And again, I think it could have been much worse if they were able to earn those streaks.
Yeah, just a little bit short in that regard, but you're inside of ring, all the way back laundry. You've already got Priestahh kind of set up in position. He can look over his teammates, but as he moves up, one will spawn in the back, and he's looking at that. You see the arrows. He knows they might be spawning backside, and now they'll start to move up the map. I think that's Insight that finds one to cross through pillars, and Cammy just going to hold here from this rock. Such a powerful position at times, but now wants to deal with the pressure, and they're ready for him. Already 2 going to be there, but Insight inside, ready for the trade.
And this is just a nice, job by Insight and Bance to recognize the situation, but Bance dies at the wrong moment. He's got to stay alive because they're fighting from inside the hill. They know that Minnesota are going to have the back spawns, but you can hold kitchen from inside of money. Bance spawns up. He's able to win a one-on-one across the map. So you see the ring spawns coming for Røkkr, low pool for Bance, and this is it. I mean, the Røkkr players, they're just waiting for the pinch to come through the middle of the map. Who is at accuracy to see if he can find a kill? But you can hold without having the good spawns, and that's 4 dead. Ultra needed it.
Yeah, they did, and Cleanex Insight, they go huge inside. They hold on, and with this time, they'll get it to what? Around a 30-point game. So terrific job in Kitchen. 5 in a row now for the new guy in Insight. What a beast he has been. This will be another big stretch. See if Ultra can maybe get the break through the garage, and you can see Røkkr just really want to pin them back, maybe clear them out if they can. They're all going to die, but I guess they know they're going to spawn up right side again, so they'll be able to get off to the races and back towards garage.
Well, I mean, you don't want to feed streaks there. But
Yeah,
Røkkr,
I thought they were just going to rotate earlier. At first, it looked like they headed that way, then they decided to go back and hit it.
Well, the goal is to sort of trap them, almost like what we see on Checkmate, right? You just want to keep them spawning back kitchen. You control mid courtyard. That makes that rotation so difficult across the map.
Like twice as long.
Yeah, exactly that. But with Cleanex in this spot, you might have close water spawns. You had, I think it was Accuracy who was top ring. He's going to influence spawns for his team. You're going to see how close Ultra are going to spawn here. They're blocking that, and then look at where Standy spawns. He's all the way front laundry. So you have a 3v4 on the hill right now. Røkkr trying to hold on, at least contest. They're only 30 points away. Priestahh with another multi-kill. He's up to 20.
And Standy, the guy that spawned out, I think he came back and got the final player for a second, but you get those close spawns again if you're Ultra. But, what, 225 now on the board. They'll get the scrap time. That'll get them to just over 240. You're going to be very close to closing out this map 1, and I don't know what is in their prep meals to start the day or what has been going on this weekend, but the hard point's so much better for Røkkr.
Playing really well together. Able to break basketball court earlier in the game. Can they do it again? They only need 11 more seconds. And what do we usually see? Even if you give up this time, right, you have to be able to rotate to that final hill. Get that setup. Don't allow them to transition to basketball and make this a crazy final moment of the map game. The Røkkr, they're probably going to send maybe one more push after this and then start to rotate. But it's accuracy. It's attached. They're able to break on in. Cleanex the last man down. Attach. A 5 spree. 5 more seconds for Røkkr.
They go for it here. They go for the jugular. Want to close it out in court. If they win these final few gunfights, they will do just that. But Insight's like, not yet. Not on my watch. It's 249 on the board for Røkkr. And Insight just staying up inside. Now this battle towards courtyard going to be so huge. I don't think anyone can get for the final second into court if you are Røkkr. They win it at mid as well.
There.
Insight is still here. Or sorry, Cammy is still here. He's going to drop. Somebody's got to get it quickly. He kills him before he gets the tick. Who's going to get in first? Somebody's got to leap on in. Røkkr can't do it. You win the fights if you're Ultra. You're still surviving.
All right, taking their time now if you're Røkkr. They all spawned up kitchen. They tried to fight from there, but Cammy was able to rotate through. Nobody could get that final tick. So look at this pinch. It's going to be a setup all the way through Zay. 2 players that way. 1 player through kitchen. The first blood, though, on this push goes to Bance. Able to find 1. They can win on this hill. No, they can't anymore. Standy just goes in. He just plays his life. There was a pick. He slides in. They win the game. And all right, we're getting a little crazy. But Ultra, I think, there was just a lot of pressure for them to do so many things at once. Yeah. But that, at least, that back half of the game started to get warm.
I thought like one Røkkr player got in for like a second, but that kill must have come in right before the tick registered. That was unbelievable. A bunch of clutch moments there for Ultra to stay alive and keep that game going. You know, if it's not 249 on the board, if it's something like at 230, this might get really interesting, and maybe they got a chance to pull it out, but just so little time needed to end the objective for Røkkr to get the W. But it's a battle in map 1 and something we expect to mirror throughout this series.
Yeah, and I think Toronto Ultra, you go back, what's the one hill that really stands out? It's the first basketball hill. Well, that's a 30-point break. What's the score? It's around 30 points. A bit of a slow start from Cammy and Bance. It felt like everybody, though, started to heat up in that second rotation, yet inside on a streak. Cleanex, 29 and 28, almost 5,000 damage for him, leads the lobby. A great game, but it's the Røkkr who come out strong. Priestahh, multiple sprees. Standy stays consistent.
And if you're Ultra, I think you still feel all right. I mean, that you're a good search team. You're a solid control team. You've had some narrow losses in both, obviously, but you can go deep against any squad, and you're probably going to need to do that here. But map 1 done. Røkkr up 1-0. Now we look at some of the search and destroy superstars on both sides. Who will be making the plays? Will it be another miracle, heroic, icy play from accuracy, or will Ultra tie it up 1-1? We'll find out after the break.
The Call of Duty League is presented by T-Mobile, now America's largest and fastest 5G network. Set your sights on the competition with T-Mobile, the leader in 5G. The Call of Duty League is presented by Zenni, the official eyewear for the CDL. Armor your eyes with Zenni Blocks blue light protection glasses by visiting zenni.com/gaming.
Let's go!
Oh my god, bro! What the Oh my god!
Bro, let's go! Make up on this search! I'm gonna lose it! I'm gonna lose it! My stomach hurts. Oh my god!
Røkkr getting fired up, getting the dubs, making the plays. Yeah, I mean, there was obviously a lot of pain and sorrow on the other side of this yesterday, but you gotta feel for Røkkr to come up with a moment like that, considering some of the blows they've taken this year as well. But let's look at Røkkr, their overall KDs here at Major 2, Joe.
Yeah, I mean, accuracy, great in search and destroy, leading the way. Attached, we talked about him in the hard point, but you see the S&D. Priestahh, solid in control, and I mean, the only thing that really stands out is really attached. His search. Besides that, everyone has been fantastic. Standy, though, 1.27 in control. That's real good.
Yeah, no, it is very, very impressive what this young man has been able to do on this team, and it's just been, it's fun to see. He seems like just a likable kid, hungry, passionate, just wants to come in and show what he's capable of, and he's given this opportunity. He wants to make the best of it.
No, 100%. And now we get, though, to the search and destroy. And they are, 1-3 in their last two matches. And that was also the crazy on round 11. They're a round away from being 0-4, out of the tournament.
It just doesn't, it doesn't make sense, man. Like, that was what was carrying them. And now it's just the total opposite.
And we saw this map yesterday, against the Dallas Empire, where it didn't look great for the Røkkr. Sorry, against OpTic, where it didn't look great, for the Røkkr, and they were making a lot of mistakes. Accuracy was getting caught out at B. Their retakes seemed off. They picked this map, though. Toronto Ultra 0-1, not a lot of reps. Minnesota 1-3.
Yeah, and that might be what it really boils down to, the lack of reps for Ultra, and maybe thinking you can fix the mistakes from yesterday. But first blood comes in, it is attached, and accuracy following it up. Quick 4v2 for Røkkr.
Oh, the nades. You see the nades.
Was this the map where Standy had like a ton of the first bloods, but they got smoked still? Like he had 4 or 5? Or is that a different map?
Yes, that is
the
map. Yep.
And maybe that's what they're thinking. Like, we're getting the first bloods. We just got to fix the other stuff type thing. Might be the case. I was trying to remember which one. Remember, that's what stood out to me. I'm like, dude, they're getting a lot of clean first bloods. They're just losing these rounds.
But that was the map formal one, like the first 3.
Yeah. Okay. Dude, we've been cast a lot of matches. It all blends together in my brain at times. But yeah, I think that's probably what you're thinking. I mean, we're losing a lot. We lost a lot of clutch rounds that we probably should have won in that game. We can clean it up. But nice start there from Røkkr. 2 kills for accuracy. Attach opens things up with the first blood. Now on the side swap, looking at the minimap. Ultra, heavy hit towards A. We'll see what the rotation looks like here for Røkkr shortly.
Yeah, just getting map control. You see Priestahh going all the way back towards this catwalk and have the help of Standy. In Ultra, they have to clear everything. They don't know, but there's going to be a first blood. Nice shots by inside, all the way across the map. That was catwalk to catwalk.
Yeah, I was about to say, where did he just beam him?
Yeah,
Holy.
yeah, from the other catwalk stairs. Accuracy trying to work the flank again. So 2 players on one side, 1 on the other. And Insight's just going to dip and try to play his life. He's got to give the comms, though, to his team. So someone has to pick this up. Meanwhile, the other 2 players from Røkkr are starting to get aggressive. And Insight goes all the way around, and the timing, that's his 3rd in this round. Now trying to find the ace.
Let's see if he can get it. Who got it? No, but from the top train, it's not going to be Insight with the ace, but he takes over this round. The beams open up with the first blood. The following 2 with the shots on point. Let's see it again. Insight. Hidden.
And right, that's a great play because he sees accuracy on the flank. And accuracy's probably giving his call of, I'm trying to make a play, wait for me. I saw Insight in. What does he think Insight went? Maybe to the team over towards A, but actually he goes through catwalk stairs. He flanks the Røkkr catwalk. He gets there just in time to see those 2 players on the bomb.
Beautifully done. Nice offenses out of both teams to start. And similar to what we saw for Ultra, just trying to clear the angles now if you're Røkkr. Get this bomb down. Cammy greeted by a flurry of bullets. And you see he tries to peek the edge for a moment, but Insight is still just hitting shots, and it doesn't matter the range. I swear if he took off accuracy's head there, that would have been a nutty one. But the bomb does get planted, so now you have a 4-on-3 retake if you are Ultra. Accuracy, though, looks like he's in behind 1. Cleanix, though, picks it up. He hears them. He finds the kill, and Standy is in a bit of trouble. The help comes through, but it's just Standy now. And they're able to take him down. aBeZy with the final 2. Great round from Ultra to go up 2-1.
And that's what Accuracy did in the round 1, in the offensive round. I think it was with a sub, but he basically just flanks through catwalk, gets in the spawn of Toronto Ultra, and he's trying to set it up there. Almost the same thing we saw from Insight, where his teammates are trying to stay alive. Accuracy, if he's able to make that a 3v3, you know, they might play this a little bit different, but I think he gets hurt on that flank. He gets taken down. It's on the 2 players, and it's just tough to hold.
And I don't think he slid. Like, I still get confused sometimes when players hear others and don't. Like yesterday, like that 1v1, remember Accuracy and Dashy? Dashy's just like sprinting out.
Man. Maybe he just turned. Who
yeah,
knows?
No, like Accuracy doesn't hear him there, but then Cleanix reacts. Yeah, I don't know. Seems a little hit or miss sometimes to the players.
Insight died.
Right to B we go, and it is Mixy quickly. Standy attached, standing tall around the point. Early control, and the round is, oh yeah, it's over. That was fast.
Insight mistakes were made. I don't know what Insight did. He blew himself up in spawn. As they were going down to B, Insight died.
Well, how did he pull that off?
I don't know if he hit a nade on the wall. I couldn't tell you, but that was basically a 3v4. So Røkkr win that one with the numbers. That changes things at B.
I mean, Røkkr's super familiar with that. So
yeah, mistakes were made. That is for sure.
They get it. Well, aBeZy's going to put a bullet in 3 different players with the wall bang, and then Cleanix there to clean it on up. Now aBeZy, and he find the angle onto Accuracy. Well, that'll change his position with the nade. Attach, peekaboo. One will drop. Unfortunately, he's getting hit from his left and his right. Inside will have to swap to the pistol, but that's hitting for him as well, as it's another mad round there on B.
Yeah, they go for the B, right? But you kind of called about aBeZy, and aBeZy is just trying to wallbang that. That's just information, right? So they're going to stick with their B hit. Cleanix, he reads this towards catwalk. You know, the last couple of players are down low. Inside picks up a couple, says, my bet on that last round, I'll make up for it. Well, he's had a great search and destroy on this map besides that one.
Yeah, no, he's been dominating, right? His only death is due to himself. He's 6-1.
Oh, no, that doesn't even count. So yeah, no, he's
oh, just... okay, yeah, good point. Yeah, but he's going off, that's for sure. This time they're going to change it back up. Over towards A, the defense looks very similar for Røkkr. Last time we saw this when they got put in the retake position, it was really Insight that won that long-range gunfight. Put them in a good position early. aBeZy. Bomb carrier. Plant through. Now the 4v4 retake. And Insight he's controlling the recoil and hitting the shots well. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, but it's a double flank this round. It's a double flank this round. On the opposite side, though, Cammy's flanking. He goes through catwalk stairs. It is just flanks and timings on both sides. Now into a 3v3. Cleanex gonna fly to his teammate. They take catwalk control away from Minnesota Røkkr. I love that play. They realize the last two players are behind us. Standy's gonna go back through the middle of the map, but they have to go. They need 7.5 seconds to defuse. Standy almost finds the second. Sound accuracy, and he's just on the defuse. You better check it, and they do.
They are able to check it. I was about to say, accuracy last alive. I don't know what sort of wild moment might happen, but they pick it up. They get him off the bomb. Nice stuff from Ultra, and yeah, it seems like you really like their take of the catwalk on that side of the map.
Well, so basically this is what happens. Cammy's playing from their catwalk stairs. Accuracy and Standy. Accuracy goes from low, Standy from the middle of the street. So they don't see catwalk stairs. Insight dies, knows there's two players. As soon as Cammy gets a kill, they know that there's two players behind us, so they just push their side out. They hold those positions, and they just flip the map for them very fast from Ultra.
Yeah, you get the information, you react quickly. Well done from Ultra. But here they go. There are two players up close and personal. Cleanex the first blood, but with the insta trade, not going to matter a ton. 3 versus 3 now, and it's still Bance that's in the mix, waiting for Insight and Cammy to maybe provide him with some help, but Cammy's still kind of holding towards the B side, looking for a push towards that catwalk, making sure Insight can't get flanked. And his holding over here might pay off because they're wrapping back, Joe.
Can Cammy find a killer? Is he going to get caught? Can he check this position? Does he hear anything? Well, he's going to find one for free. Thank you very much. Finds number 2. Now down to Priestahh. He comes out. See you later. Cammy shuts the round down.
Yeah, and I love the patience there because, you know, I think some teams in some spots, you know, once you lose a player, you get the information a lot here on the B side. The rotation comes in really quickly. Cammy didn't really move. He didn't fall for it. He hung there in the catwalk steps, waited on a rotation maybe happening, gets the call it is, and cleans them all up. Nice job by Cammy. 4 in a row for him.
And again, this was Røkkr's map pick. It was. You know, they went with Express. They didn't want to play on Raid. They vetoed that away. Just the way Toronto Ultra has been looking on that map, so of course you're going to do it. But Express has been, some of our better search and destroy teams. Røkkr and Atlanta FaZe, it's been a map they can't really been able to figure out.
Røkkr's a hardpoint team now, Joe.
You're right. My bad. That's my fault.
Ultra with the plant. Look to close it out here and even us up at 1-1. It's been a sensational performance in the map 2 search and destroy. Can they pull off the retake? That's a great grab by Attached. First blood is in. Accuracy wins his 1 against Cleanex. And Benjamin Bance make the difference. Not able to track down both, but there's 20 seconds on the clock, and now Cammy's position has been given up, but he gets 1 for free, but Attached does push through for the trade. Røkkr, they stay alive to see another round.
Yeah, stay alive. Nice retake over towards this B side. Big round out of Attached. Diffuse comes in. 1 run at a time. That's really been it. Toronto's had a couple of comebacks. Minnesota has as well. What adjustments can they make on defense?
Have you seen anything specifically? Like, has it just been incredible plays from Ultra, or do you see some stuff from Røkkr that you think could be a little better?
I guess if I was Røkkr at this point, I'm just not allowing an A plant. I think I would rather retake B, similar to what they did. I think you stack A here. Well, their next defense. Try to stack it on through A. They're going to, maybe a bit of a slower round here. Maybe a fake. You see where Bomb is at. They're going to go through the catwalk. Attached. He's going to get taken down, but a very fast trade. Now you're into this 3v3. Now you have the chance now to back away, or you're just going to go at this. Insight tries to get aggressive, and Standy hits the shots. Standy gets a good Tommy on another one. He's still going. Why not?
Vance is out. Vance is out. He's heading across the map. Standy will work to get the plan in. Mid-map, you've got Cammy. Vance wrapped all the way around, and it pays off. He goes from ticket booth all the way to their back ramp to get that kill. Now they get the plan. Look at this. They're both going to wrap all the way around. Basically, we just saw Vance do on the other side. They wrap all the way back to get ticket booth control. 2 versus 2. 20 to go. Standy finds one on bomb. Vance will drop. Last player, Cammy and Standy. He's still standing. They take it round by round, pushing this one the distance.
And you see from Ultra, right? You have to check catwalk stairs. You got to check down low. All the angles that you have to try and find them. You don't find them for so long, and then you got to get near the bomb. Minnesota knows this. They check it, able to win that 2 versus 2. So now for Minnesota, on their defense, what adjustments are you going to make? Ultra has found success towards the A bomb site. Do you stack it? Do you allow them to plant B? What's going to be the play call? It looks like that. You're having 3 towards A. Accuracy's just playing info here. Just playing info. He's got to play his life.
I think they were thinking the same thing you were. We stack A, and Ultra's like, they're probably going to stack A, so let's hit B. We have very fast plant again for Ultra. They've been getting these bombs down. Well, Benjamin Vance has 4 plants, I think, now. Now we just have to retake the different site. Benjamin Vance, dude. He's a beast. Got to get his full name out, but he's a beast. Also a beast. Insight. He has dominated some rounds again with the Krig here. Priestahh does get through, but Cammy there to greet him. All on accuracy now. 1 versus 4. 20 seconds to go. And get him off the map as quick as you can. Ultra, they take the search. Røkkr, they start to crawl back into it. But Ultra, it looks very, very good here on Express.
Still undefeated in Search and Destroy at this major. And that's huge for them mentally, right? Because when you're playing some of these top teams, you're losing a hard point. Going down 0-2 is not fun. And we've seen them have some, you know, you go to the player cams and they just look down. You go to a listen-in, the comms aren't great. But the fact that they're winning a map early in the series, I think is just boosting their confidence.
Absolutely, absolutely. I think the confidence is massive for them. And the Røkkr guys will have to talk over what's going wrong still in the Search and Destroy. It seems so comfortable for them for so long. Their recipe for success, now maybe their vulnerability.
And I'm actually, the one thing I question is you have the stats up here. I mean, Checkmate was a Search and Destroy map that was open. Ultra's 0-2, and I think you and I casted Ultra on that Checkmate. They didn't really seem to have a great idea of how to play that map. I know Røkkr, they've only played it once, but it was 1-0. And with expressing them, you know, they're struggling on that map, they decided to still go with it. But it's those map vetoes, right, that come into question later on.
Certainly, I think it's sort of what we were talking about, though. Like, they lost a lot of really close rounds yesterday,
Yeah.
a lot of rounds they should have won. They dominated the first bloods. Probably just thought they could clean up the mistakes and get the win, but not able to do that. Insight and the boys get it done. Let's check out our U.S. Army tactical play. I believe this is going to be a play from Cammy throughout the coast of the Search and Destroy, and Cammy is fun to watch, man.
Yeah, he absolutely is, and Cammy just trying to lock things down as he rotates on over. You see him inside the catwalk stairs right now. Just making sure, right, because he's picking up that accuracy flank time and time again. That's where he's sort of coming through. So in this 3v3, doing their best to stay alive. And, you know, then the rotation comes on over. They can clear Bance out of this spot. So Cammy knows there's a timing here where they could leave. We don't have any information now at A. I don't want the bomb to go down. He plays inside, times it perfectly.
Yeah, as I said after this, I mean, there are some players that maybe would have rotated. You know, the panic call comes in, they get over to help their teammate, give up the site, the rotation pays off, but Cammy reads it perfectly, stays in position, the patience is there, the kills come through, they get the round win, and Ultra undefeated in Search and Destroy. We're tied up 1-1. I thought these first couple series could be Game 5 all over it, honestly, with the way the 3 teams potentially in them could play out. But nice answer from Ultra. We even the odds. We've got control right around the corner after this break.
The Call of Duty League is brought to you by GameFuel. Use code CDL2021 for a special discount on GameFuel.com. Tournament audio and team listenings are powered by Astro Gaming, the official headset and mix amp of the Call of Duty League. The Call of Duty League is presented by Zenni, the official eyewear for the CDL. Armor your eyes with Zenni Blocks blue light protection glasses by visiting zenni.com/gaming.
Hold. We're good.
My
Nice,
God,
man.
so
Green.
Hello, fine Call of Duty viewers. I hope you're having a fantastic weekend here for Major 2 as we're getting closer to defining a champion. A shot of our 4 players on the Ultra side, but I want to talk a little bit about Bance. I was tweeting about him yesterday because I was loving him popping off considering what was at stake for me for 100 Thieves. But look at the difference between everything leading up to Major 2 and Major 2.
Yeah, I mean, respawn-wise, there's a little bit of a bump in control, but, Hardpoint's the same. It's S&D. That's really the difference in, again, Major 2, they're undefeated right now in Search and Destroy.
Well,
he's a big part of that reason.
Well, think about, and I'm not saying this is every time, but you and I have been critical of Bance in some searches we've casted because he was getting first blooded a lot. He was over-peaking stuff. If he was on an offside, he was getting caught at times, and I know it's not every match, but you and I have called that out many times commentating them in Search and Destroy. He's eliminated that this weekend. I think that's probably been massive.
Oh, 100%. I mean, we know how important, that player playing for information can be and not getting caught. But here's a look at our quick scope. And again, for Toronto Ultra, you've been pretty much solid in everything. This has been their best control map. We're going to raid. They have 4 out of their 6 wins here for Minnesota Røkkr. That hardpoint's getting better. S&D is solid control, 8-5.
It's actually, it's insane how much the hardpoint has just shifted.
Wait, 16-11. There's no way that's right.
No, that's not correct because they were like 2-11 or something. So I don't know.
Maybe it's supposed to be 6.
I don't know what the actual stat is. It's improved a lot, but it's definitely not 16-11.
It's probably 6. It's probably 6.
Yeah, we'll probably get clarification on that. I don't think they jumped up to 16-11 suddenly.
That doesn't look right.
One of the best hardpoint teams in the game for being the worst. But the point stands. They have improved a ton there.
What, hardpoint? Oh, well, yeah. I mean, they have.
Yeah.
They look fantastic in hardpoint, but it's finding that balance out with Search and Destroy. But in array control, a huge swing map. For Minnesota Røkkr, they're 6-3 on this map, 3-1 since having Standy on the team, and the one loss is the throw against Empire. So I'm going to basically say they're 4-0 with them. On the other side, Toronto 4-7. They're 1-1 on the weekend, in the major on this map.
They played it a ton though.
They play a lot. Yes.
I feel like every single series we've casted them basically. Probably not accurate at all, but it feels that way. The number of times we've seen them here over the course of this year. The opening breaks. So important for early control. Who can get the advantage? And you avoid that early 3-4 down defensively. Dashy is just going to surge right on in. We'll see if it's picked up. It is by Insight, but doesn't matter that he picks it up. The sub at close range will win the fight.
A lot of positioning here by Attach. I think he heard the one slide to his right. He's trying to play his life, get one player off a spawn. Trying to give his team map control. Does get taken down. A is going to be given up. Well, what does that mean? You see Cammy, number 1, he's going to try and get bedroom control. The other player is trying to get inside of Zig. They're going to force Toronto Ultra to basically either retake mid-map away or push through our kitchen. And, well, they're going to take mid-map. So two kills come in. You see 6, 7, and 8 all inside of that courtyard.
Yeah, so Cammy's position not going to matter a ton until you actually get some kills if you're Ultra. Then it'll pay dividends, but they've got to get the kills first. And right now it is just a stretch of nothing but Røkkr on the kill feed. They pick up the spawn out laundry side, but Insight able to win a big gunfight. Cammy, you see, had to wrap all the way back towards Tiki because he needed the help due to his teammates dropping. And now he's trying to race back the bedroom. Standy just spotted him.
Man, it's a good job by Ultra to just, not panic for Cammy to back on up. Try to get bedroom control, but now this could be on Insight. How many kills can he find? Reminds me of what we saw at Arcitys, right? The last player alive with the AR, but it's only one, and then 3 kills come in. Priestahh, he knows it's time to stack. He's going to get on this point with his teammates Number 7, Standy, going to try and hit this pinch through middle of the map, but he does die to Cammy.
They're getting some key kills to try and retake this. You at least got one bit of progress, but there you go. There's the clear. And again, Ultra in maybe a difficult position. They regain, they take control, they stay alive in this opening defense.
And now look at where they're forcing Røkkr. They take all of water control, and Cammy's here. Cammy's here to find some kills. He's gonna find, oh, he snaps onto the third.
He did. But that's, I just like the, I don't know what you want to call it exactly, but I guess the patience to not panic there and make sure you kind of group up and take the fights together, not go one by one and throw the round away.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, but again, you know, there was only one, or there wasn't any takes, so they had time. They knew a player was spawning out, so at the most it could have been 3 on the hill. But yeah, not an easy retake whatsoever. But it almost felt like they got there in a moment before Røkkr could really get set up.
Yeah, but maybe before the desperation sets in, that is coming right into your teammate's face, unfortunately. Accuracy, he will be done for a moment, but Accuracy just gets across. I guess teammate and Standy gets the kill to allow him to get into Tiki. Now 20 seconds to go. Accuracy's got a big fight here, one-on-one versus CleanX. Both players just trying to spot each other, and CleanX with the movement takes the fight. Now the fight goes to mid-map in Courtyard. And you've got to go if you're Røkkr. It is time to surge on in. Cammy, that did not look fun as everyone is flying in front of him. It's 2 kills in for attachment from the power position inside Tiki. It is CleanX cleaning up, mopping up the rest of Røkkr and putting a defensive win on the board.
They only had 4 lives left. That was it. It was down to CleanX and Inside. This was a 2v7. Now the time is on their side, but CleanX is the last one alive in this position. Takes his time inside of Tiki, waits for the slide out. Accuracy, he's the last one in that spot. What a play out of CleanX. Ends that on 5 in a row.
He had to make the play, and he gets it done. Yeah, like 5 of his 8 kills came over the course of like the last 30 seconds of the game. And those clutch moments where at times they've fallen short, plays like that, they come up big. In the exact moments we were talking about. How can he get some streaks? Still needs to find a couple of kills, but hopefully can set himself up with his teammates to do just that. They're right
just on a B.
Onto the B point, right onto it. 2 hitting through water steps, a chance for Priestahh, or sorry, a chance for CleanX to flank. In flank, he will attach, trying to hit the movement to stay up. Another player to deal with the crossfire from attach, and Priestahh gets them out of it, and you don't get that first bit of progress, and you got set up at ring if you're Standy. So it looks like you've dealt with it for now.
And that's huge for Standy just to find a kill, because what happens when teams come back to try to retake the B zone, you spawn the offensive team driveway. As soon as they die B, they're just going to hop on A. But Standy was in a spot, he finds the kill, the first one, wastes some time, and if you're Røkkr, you go for this again. Attaches on a flank, inside of Art, up top Laundry. Vance is able to win 1, but there's Attach. Now the pinch is in, and Accuracy able to find a kill. CleanX focuses on Attach with Cammy and CleanX able to find 3.
Cammy and CleanX, the cleanup crew, find them all, and having insight here, winning fights. Bottom bedroom side, going to be huge for them as well as they transition. You win a few fights here, and you're going to get immediate pressure onto the objective. Insight, he rips one all the way towards elbow as well, but that 2 kills from Attach, the difference to slow this down for now. Insight is having his way with Accuracy right now. Accuracy is just trying to get the spots, and Insight just kept killing him off spawn.
I mean, Attach 15 and 7, but inside of Kitchen, now you have Standy kind of where CleanX made the play. Can he slow things down? Able to spot 1, but you don't have bedroom control. Who's there? It's the AR. Priestahh, though, with Attach's nade, going to slow this down. They know there's 1 left. Is that another stick? The nade's on point from both of these teams. Got a minute 15, 13 versus 13. If you're Ultra, you can take your time with this.
Accuracy just trying to sprint to another bit of cover, but can't get there. Bant soars on forward. 2 are going to be down right now for Røkkr.
Accuracy, I get off spawn.
Is this where they're going to find the opening? Accuracy has died within 3 seconds of spawn at least 4 times this round.
Yeah, control, it can be it'd be tough sometimes with an AR. Subs in your base, in your face, but you have Attach and Priestahh just making sure they can't get on a B. They're forcing Ultra to have to go all the way through Kitchen, Try to slide on through. Insight's just taking his time. Standy, though, in the ultra base. He probably didn't want to auto mantle there, but it doesn't matter because he resnaps.
No, he definitely did not. I think when I auto mantle, it means I'm going to die 99.9% of the time. But I'm not Standy. There's that. Just over 20 seconds to go. Insight. Here at Water Steps, wrapping all the way around the back, is going to be Kleenex. He's going to be the guy on pinch duty, and he gets hit to 60 HP on the cross. They've got it picked up. Now in to take the fight, but attached, ready and lurking. But Insight, again, several openers, 16 and 13, on 4 in a row. Right into Tiki they go. Can they wait? I thought they were going to wait for their teammates on the backside, but attached sends it on forward. No one gets to it. Time runs out. Røkkr hold.
Yeah, I think what was Bans and Kleenex just trying to wait for their teammates to come on spawn, but they didn't have time. Someone had to get on it. They knew the pinch was coming through. Nice job by Røkkr.
Well, I'm more meant like I thought Attach and his teammate from Water Steps were going to kind of wait for the pinch to come in on the other side, but they go in, they get the 1 kill that matters, and they win.
Yeah, they're probably worried because the 2 are coming off a spawn, right? There's 2 players coming off a spawn.
Yeah.
The only way that round keeps going is if they focus that, not the players on the hill. You just get the players off the zone, the round's over, just like we saw.
Some good defensive plays from both teams so far. Now, hit anyone coming and getting offense. Nice angle from Insight and sending it through mid-map is Kleenex. Just the subs trading blows at mid.
Well, similar to what we saw from Ultra. You have early B pressure here. Standy all the way in the spawn. And the importance of an offensive player being in this spot is that you're going to spawn them back laundry very far away from that B point. But 2 players go down on Standy's team, make it 3. He's the last one standing, and they're just going to transition to A with him. Hopefully having kitchen control, but can't be able to hit the crease shots.
Well, they do get Insight off the top statue, and they did get one bit of progress at B, so it wasn't all for naught, that's for sure. Attach in from behind, the longer you push through, hits him the kill. Insight, he wants Scump 2. Attach, shot on point, double positive at 22 and 11, but I feel like every time he gets a few kills, his death is him just caught sprinting and sending it.
Yeah, I think he's just probably frying right now. I mean, double positive, so he's just trying to take as many gunfights as possible.
Yeah.
I mean, why not? Andy as well, already up to 20 and 21, playing very fast right now. I mean, both rounds come down to 5 lives and less.
Well, A's done, so now you think about your next steps. Kitchen control, bedroom control. They get into kitchen. They still have to deal with Insight here, and Standy, yeah, unfortunately, he's right under the bed like a monster.
Monster under the bed, I swear. I'm telling you, he's under there, but he thought he checked it. Doesn't clear it all the way. Now you still have Insight in here. Nobody on the defensive side of the map for Røkkr, so they're going to have to try to regain control. Plus, you have Vance doing a great job art side, able to take down 2. Accuracy, though, finds 2 on the other side of the map. This opens up the lane towards B.
Yeah, I mean, he gets the wall bang through to clear him out of bedroom, so that's going to be huge to get him out of it. Through the mid-cut, though, comes Cammy. Pushed up is still Accuracy. Accuracy finally falls. You get a semblance of control yet again if you are Ultra. And you're back to step 1. Well, maybe step 2 because you have bedroom. But still a lot of work to do. We'll see. Maybe having that 1 bit of progress, if you get a 3 down and get a stack, that could be the difference.
And look at where players are. You have 1 player Zig from Ultra. You have 1 player inside a ring. The push is just through the front. Just through the front. With players on that side of the map, you're going to spawn a little bit deeper. So if the players on the point die, there's going to be 3 players on B. But Priestahh trying to stay alive. Again, we're in a position where it's 10 versus 8. 30 seconds left. All of these rounds going the distance.
Nice little strafe there from Kleenex to win it. Vance, Cammy, Ultra, lighten it up. Back to spawn again. Go most of Røkkr. Under 20 to go. Time to fly, time to fry, but you've only got 5 lives to work with, 1 respawn available. So you've got to wait, group up, and hit this together. And that's exactly what they're doing. Now's the time to go. Priestahh with a big win. Gets out with his life as well. Attached, he'll be spawning up, but that's it. No more remaining. They can't get to the point in time. Defensively strong yet again from Ultra.
And you get the player, bottom, under that bedroom spot with Priestahh. But what's happening is you have two players middle of the map trying to go water stairs to get on the point, but Cammy is top ring. Cammy's top ring, he's putting shots in. He was able to find one. He slows down the second. So again, there's just no time for the offensive team to get to that zone B. The question just becomes, who's going to win an offense?
Yeah, well, and we've seen teams have gotten a lot better on offense here, right? You know, a lot more offensive wins. And here, so far, it's been pretty clean defensively. Just great defense, or are you seeing some blunders on the offensive side?
It's just solid defense, right? I mean, there's moments where 3, 4 are going down on both sides, but it's been solid retakes when they needed them at B.
We'll see if that strong defense can hold, or if it's going to be who makes the mistake defensively first. But Røkkr behind the 3 down off the opening allows them to get a little bit more pushed up. Attach tries to come through. He does get 2 of the 3, so it'll stagger the setup for a moment, but you've already got, what, a minute off of this clock. No progress anywhere. Pushed up ring is attached. Bant's doing the dance at mid.
Yeah, only 45 seconds, though. I mean, they want to try to transition over to A. That's the play call. You do have attached there. He's in a good position, able to take down 1. The rest of the Røkkr going to transition over here in a second. Bant realizes this. There is the trade. One player going to pause that clock, but look at the accuracy. And maybe with that spawn from Bant, he gets the call out. I mean, he spawned solo water. Oh, accuracy tried to find the timing. Just didn't work.
Oh, he found a horrible one, right when they turned around to pick it up. Yeah, he found
it
some
almost
kind
felt
of
like
timing.
It almost felt like he wanted to shoot somebody on the right first and then transition to the left, like try to find multiple instead of just one.
Maybe one of those situations where, yeah, you try to play a little too perfectly. Like you try to have the trigger discipline, make sure you get 2 and the time where you're deciding to sense that making you pay, but accuracy comes right off Swan and able to get 2 down.
Again, yeah, I mean, they're finding kills in their spawn, so they try to deal with it. There was only, what, 28 seconds left. If Ash was able to win that 1v1, round might be over. But now it comes down, and they get B live. 5 life advantage right now for Røkkr. Great job so far defensively in this round, but we know it only takes 1 push. 1, 3, 4 down situation.
Circumstances sometimes do not matter offensively whatsoever. Phoenix just gets ripped down to 30. Inside hit to half health as well. Everyone just trying to regain and set up this next wave. And you see number 8 on the minimap, Priestahh, just enjoying his time at bedroom. He's ready there for the crossfire if need be. Ugh. Insight's taking so much damage this life, but he's been able to stay up. Just baiting so his teammate Cammy can surge on forward. But you still got attach and accuracy here.
Yeah, Standy and accuracy sort of just like fighting towards the backside. And what, Priestahh is still here if things go wrong. You had a player inside of Tiki if things go wrong. So like that second layer of defense was set up, and Priestahh is like, hey, I'm still here. 15 seconds left. Toronto, they have to wait for each other. It's going to be one more push. One more push. Came in with some nice shots. Going to spot him. Standy immediately, though, with the trade. And this might come down to Standy. Can he stop one of them from flying out of the window? I think so. They're not going to get to the point in time. Now the question becomes, maybe who's got defense? It's been pretty close so far. I think that might have been the biggest round on, what, 8 life kill advantage? We'll have to see.
It felt like a lot of them were pretty tight. This might have been the biggest separation because I feel like there was at least a presence on B for teams through most of the rounds. This was probably the biggest lockdown. So I'm thinking it'll be Røkkr defensively, but we'll see in a second as I didn't do the total tally in my head. I'm not a mathematician. Yeah, okay, so that is the case. It will be Røkkr on defense. So now Ultra have to do what no one's done so far in this matchup. Take an offense.
And when you talk to players sometimes, round 5s are just different, though. It feels like it's almost like a round 11 at times. Like, throw everything out the window. They're just going to go for it. They're going to go for the B hit. He's going to be the first one up. Ash is able to find a kill from top water stairs. And they at least find a tick. They are able to do that. Yep. But the rest of them die.
Yep, well, they get one bit of progress. But, yeah, the problem is you don't get any kills. So you see the life advantage already here for Røkkr, up 4. Stack those straight over to A. Now the retake through mid and top laundry. Kleenex just sends it. Dash is just sprinting. Whatever gunfight he can take, and that is why he's doing it 3 in a row with 33 and 23 now or attach is they clear them off the point and they wait. Oh, I thought for a second they didn't. I thought it was going out. Okay, so they got the 1 bit of progress above.
And it's interesting because when we watch some teams, it's immediately a stack at A and just get it done with. But what Ultra is doing is they're leaving 1. Oh, well, now they're going to stack the rest of it. But when you only put 1 on it, the idea is that you pause the clock. You allow your teammates to get pushed up, and you're just trying to bleed out the defensive team. But on the other side of that, Røkkr, when they find a kill, they know there's only 1 player on it. So if you can get that player off the progress at A, the clock then comes into mind for the offensive teams.
Certainly, and I mean that was a really good stretch though from Ultra in the sense you were down 4 lives after that opening push to get that 1 bit of objective progress at B. By the time they get A, it was tied. It was 21-21 for a second there. I know it's skewed a little bit here, but they brought it back from down 4 lives. And they might be back to it by the time I'm done. Okay.
Well, now it's just back to B. They got a tick done. They have kitchen control, but you see 6 and 7. That's attaching Standy. At least that's not a Craig. Those are both 2 subs. They might be able to fly out. At least get on the point. When are they going to go there waiting for Bance on a pinch? Doesn't happen. Neither team can break this right now.
And that's been the thing. There really haven't been, I know you said they survived a couple 3-4 downs, but there haven't really been like a really clean 3 or 4 down. Mostly it's been efficient trading by the defense. Not that many scary moments. And they continue to do it. This looks like a chance for Ultra. 2 are down now.
Control as well.
Trying to surge forward, take out Priestahh. That'll be 3 down. Onto the point they go. Lurky on the other side will still be attached. He's the guy that's got to hit some shots. And it is quality beams onto 1. Clock moving. 35 seconds to go. Halfway to the 2nd bit of progress. Couldn't get to number 2 yet. And Attach is still here. Finding gunfights on both sides of it. Just trying to play his life. But he'll get shot. Insight takes him down. Now on Standy.
I mean, Bance and Clayster have done such a good job inside of kitchen. It's just been about bedroom control and getting onto the point. They haven't been able to do so. Now they have front control. They're still inside of kitchen. You have 1 player in Priestahh playing his life. 11 and 9 in lives, 18 seconds. Trophies are down. Nades aren't going to hit. How do Røkkr retake this for round number 5? The slides are through. Attach dies. It's a 2v3 on the point. Standy, though, inside of Tiki. Trying to be the playmaker. He needs to play his life.
Yeah, it's all on Standy to get this done. And Cammy with the pistol just incinerates him like it's a damn nuke. And Ultra, they win the offense. They take the round 5. Unbelievable.
Standy has the opportunity, but you gotta give props to Ultra. I mean, it was Kleenex, it was Bance. They had kitchen control the entire time. They were just bleeding the lives time and time again. Then it comes down to time. Can we get bedroom control? I think Insight comes off a spawn. He's able to take down Attach. They put them on the defensive spawn, and then they play their life, and Standy is able to get through. But Cammy's pistol, man, woo!
I think you saw like why we talk about kitchen control so much and why it was so important there, because when you have a lot of time in the maybe it's not 2 or 3 stacked, or you only have 1 bit of progress, you can take your time and win the fight at kitchen. But when it's like that, you have to fly to the point. Look how hard that looked for the players sliding out when there's someone in kitchen from Ultra. Like, hey, it's a nightmare. You're just sliding out to getting beamed. It is not easy to do. They send like 3 players trying to do it. Only 1 gets across. And then, yeah, Cammy's pistol just obliterates him. Obliterates him.
Sure does. I mean, this is just so even across the board, as the whole map was. But just a couple of plays, and you can see in the slaying, they flipped it in that round 5. They outslayed them in that map. Kleenex, though, 35 and 33, almost 7,000 damage. What goes on that 5 spree, was able to play his life in court. Him and Ban such a great job inside of money, inside of kitchen throughout that round 5.
Yeah, it just felt like a matter of time. They were to get front control too. But yeah, that sequence, I mean, how long was it that they were just battling in kitchen and regaining control? Just terrific job there from Ultra. And now you're up 2-1 with a chance to continue on for a date with Empire. As the celebrations are out, the boys are pumped up. The control victory is in. We're heading to break. We've got a hard point coming up.
Hello CDL fam, thank you so much for watching. Do you guys fancy getting your hands on more rewards? Then make sure you click on the rewards button right next to the diamond icon, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more CDL content.
There is a big bag of money on the line for these squads. You just saw Ultra lock it down with money control there to get the victory in the map 3, but this is what they're hunting for, that first place prize of 200,000 big ones, Joe.
That was your money as well. Don't forget that if you,
you
saw the
map video.
So yeah, they're stealing your bag. That's tough.
Yeah, they are. Do not like that. Do not like that. But let's talk a little bit about the dynamic duos on one of our squads. The dynamic players on these squads, the new players coming in and Standy and Inside, the impact they've had, Joe.
Yeah, I mean, Inside's been great, especially in Search and Destroy. Control is struggling a little bit, hard point, but as a main AR, he is absolutely up there. And Standy, yeah, I mean, we keep touching on it, but he has just changed this roster entirely, put Røkkr in this position, but now they have to clutch on up, down 1-2 in the series. They have to win another hard point.
Yeah, I think we've been highlighting it a lot because that's the major change between Major 1 and Major 2, right? These new guys coming in, making an impact on their team, looking to improve, and these are the two squads that found the most success after a change. They find themselves in the top 4, looking for top 3. A shot of all the players as they focus up for this hard point. Now we are headed to Garrison. Last time we saw Røkkr and Garrison was in the OpTic match. They took that map 1. They were going down early. They were getting smoked, but they got hot and brought it back. Anything else just about Garrison in general that stands out for you here?
Well, I mean, for Toronto, it's 4-4. I don't know how much they've played it recently with Inside on their team, but it was one of their go-to maps earlier on in the year. It's not a bad map for them whatsoever. But this just comes down to, like, you don't want to play Moscow. Garrison's open. Now their team chooses checkmate, right? So we're playing to it. And for Røkkr, I mean, why not? They looked phenomenal on it yesterday.
Yeah, no, it felt like early in the year, we had so much Garrison, right? It was in like every series, it felt like. And it's shifted a bit. And you feel like it's coming back a little bit now?
Yeah, I just think that, like, teams are getting really good at, a raid hard point or a Moscow hard point, right? A checkmate comes to mind, especially. Now it's time to transition. You just can't play those maps against some of those teams. You got to look elsewhere in your map pool.
Yeah, I feel like that's kind of a thing every year. There's a bit of like an ebb and flow with regards to what maps we see. But what an opening is from Ultra. 3 down for Røkkr, basically out the gate. And Kleenex, he wants to surge on forward. He's got Cammy's help, and accuracy will get dropped. Spawning on the backside of this will be Røkkr. They're going to have 2 players collapsing. And, well, as the contest comes in, you see the head of Cammy turn, but Bance is wrapping all the way back, just trying to win this one-on-one for a second, but Standy, he gets the kill, but as he dies, there's the spawn left side for Ultra.
Yeah, they get some early time. I thought Standy was going to try and make the play. At least finds 2 kills. The time, though, going to go the way of Røkkr. Now, the question of can they break on through? And look at this. They just slow down for right now. There's still 10 seconds left. One player, though, lurking. Bance tried to make the play. Attach reads it. They take their time. They're going to get all of it, and now they're going to go. They're going to make a 4-man push, and Bance actually spawns out. I don't know if he spawned before the hill popped or what, but he doesn't get a back spawn. And on the hill now, it's a 4 versus 3. The last 2 players trying to hold from the front side, top green, Insight. In the back has a trophy on him. Bance is dead. He's by himself, just trying to buy time for his teammates to come off a spawn.
They spawned really close, so they were able to rally over it quickly. Now it's just Attach here, trying to deal with the 2 players that came off spawn. They get in, they win the fight. But yeah, I'd have to see that back if it was just a poor timing, like an instant before it popped, or just an unfortunate spawn. But as a result, you never get really comfortable here if you alternate the fight back in. Røkkr spawn up, they burst on through, and yeah, there's only 20 seconds left on the point, but just not as clean as I guess you would have hoped it would be with the early rotation for Ultra.
Yeah, you just take it though, right? You didn't have the good spawn, so now you can get it set up for this 3rd hill.
That's true.
But this was a hill that OpTic and Røkkr they were just trading blows back and forth. Neither could really get control. You obviously had that formal spawn happen, and early on that made pretty much everything chaotic. But after that, it was just back and forth. Now Prestinni accuracy. But to find opening kills, you still have Cammy and Insight spawning in the back. They're going to spawn up with those Krigs, try to put shots in. But it's the pressure through. And that's going to be 3 dead. Last player alive is Bance. His teammates are going to spawn out. Now just trying to do what he can to buy time inside a tool, but he gets taken down.
Oh, it looks like Ultra may have been broken for now, but as they try to battle back in, look to close out this series with a 3-1 victory. I want to hear the comms from the boys. Let's go to a Toronto Ultra. Listen in.
One shot attached in the left.
Two more on me.
Touch down, no.
I'm pressuring. Focus on me. Priestahh. Oh, where he is. I don't see him.
Actually, no. Back left.
He's gonna go mid truck. He's gonna go mid truck.
Already front.
We need to hold front.
Yeah, they can be in vent. They can be in vent.
Priestahh dead.
It could be in vent.
I'm watching the vent slider, okay?
Yep.
Someone help me in vent. They can be splat.
Mid truck. Please help him from rails.
Yeah, I don't see him. I'm fucking.
I'll get across. I'll
try. I got time. Invent. One mid.
Nice. Go help mid.
Yeah, he's lit.
Did vent. Go help.
See the guy mid plat.
Priestahh weak. Vent. Absolute.
Good push.
Nice.
Invent still. Vent.
Come back.
I'm gonna fucking play platinum in.
Okay, I'm gonna go vent then. I'm gonna go vent.
One close flooding.
Okay, push. Nice.
I'm the 4 here.
Priestah's weak.
Okay, they can be right.
Priestah's plat now. Priestah's plat.
Actually, back. Actually, on the back truck weak.
I'm plat. I'm going round. Looking for Priestahh. Standy. Dead.
Nice.
Priestahh. Plat. Absolute plat.
I'm going to
I'm playing
kills here. Oh, he's fucking cat steps.
Hatch is absolute, man.
One
time. One's going right. Attach going right. One's gonna go close time.
I'm being naded.
Fuck. I'm gonna go round. Look at gold right now.
Standy. I might spawn.
What is him gold? He's go deep round. One's already in gold.
They know I spawned.
I'm on green push right now.
I'm
one showing breaks.
That's fine. Take me out back, man. He's deep. Attach is deep. I'm gonna spawn out. Yeah, I spawned out. Here's careful. Wait. Marshall dead.
Nice. Good shit.
Back break.
I'll tell you what, Joe, I loved it. I love the energy, love the comms from that Astra listen in there with Ultra. Seemed to be on point.
Yeah, I mean, they're like calm guys. I think we've really talked about that. Usually when we listen in, it's Cammy and Bands, and that was really Cleanex is a little bit quieter. Insight's a little bit quieter with what we've heard from them. And I think at times maybe it can come off as like they don't really have energy or this and that. They do. They're just keeping it calm. They want to play their game. They have. They've been slaying well. They're out slaying. I mean, Cleanex is going on a couple of sprees, but time-wise, Røkkr still in position. You had Cleanex, during that listen, got up to a 5 spree, but he gets caught. Now you have Røkkr fighting back through.
Yeah, I think Cleanex, he was probably a little quiet too, because he kind of heard at one point, I'm playing kills. I think he was on 4 or 5 in a row, just trying to play towards streaks and maybe catch people. But Standy, well, he thinks he's sneaking up. Unfortunately, Cleanex, he's sneaky too. The drop comes in. Now Priestahh's POV over towards our next hard point. Holding the top, wins that one-on-one to keep the spawns topside. Now they're going to move over towards mid, try to get this regain if they can. Just wins that fight, make sure he has top green control. Such a power position here from Green in the catwalk, but all of his teammates drop. He gets smoked as soon as he looks for the angle. A good moment here for Ultra to bring it back.
Accuracy, though, with a great play. He's the first one to spawn, and he makes sure that nobody can push through top green. Just gets in that corner, because what does Insight want to do? Insight wants to get out towards that second hill and basically flood them through bricks. Then his teammates can push through back lights the way they're trying to do right now. Maybe those spawns will flip for the second hill, but a great job here on the P1. Able to earn so much time. We're about to have a lead change. It's getting close. Tatch, though, doing what he can. And now you have this spot. This is what I mean, right? Cleanex could fly out green. Now, can he hold these players? And he's on another spree.
17-8 out of Cleanex right now. You get the spawns, you get the lead change. Ultra in front and looking to put Røkkr away. They don't want to see another miracle. They want to end it. No map 5.
Look at those
chaos.
spawns. Ooh, so split.
Yeah, all over the place. I mean, maybe this works out with a fortunate pinch. We'll see how Ultra are able to pick it up, Joe.
Well, I mean, now it's just so deep. Okay, so once Insight spawns, they know. They know where the push is coming from now. Standy is the last one here. And what was a pretty solid lead for Røkkr has disappeared. And now you have Cleanex on 6 in a row. Can he find number 7? If he can find the 7, they can break this third hill. I mean, that might be the series. So they have to try and play this smart. You see Røkkr trying to make sure they get map control, trying to make sure they have them spawning deep. Cleanex is just looking for number 7. When is he going to have that engagement?
Maybe a chance here. Standy just killed his teammate.
There it is.
Standy slides out, feeds it to him. Artillery! No crews to work with, but you get the artillery, and this is where it might come into play. Can you put him away behind the streak and break onto the third hard point? If you're Røkkr, can you survive it? This is a big moment. You've already lost Standy. He's been sent back to spawn. He will spawn safe, and he'll be greeted by an artillery. Here it comes. Look at all the white arrows. Start to scramble around. Look for safety. Cleanex able to hit one with it. Priestahh will drop as well. The surge on forward here from Ultra. But Standy 2 teammates still alive in the back. Nobody in the hard point for now.
Yeah, they knew that they were still going to get the safe spawn, but you keep them off the hill. You're hoping to find the kills after that, though. Priestahh and Standy each able to find 2, but Cleanex continues up to 22 and 9. Now they have the spawns, they have the scrap time. Cleanex going off on the map, destroying Minnesota Røkkr.
And I love that patience behind the streak. Get them out and then lock them in. They get the key kills, and here we go. It's Standy doing everything the young man can to bring it back. That'll be 4 in a row now for him. But as they get the hard point, not really going to matter because there's 3 seconds remaining on it. But we'll stick with Standy's POV. I don't know. Can he somehow get some streaks to make a rally? I mean, it's been a game of rallies, right? Great start from Røkkr. Ultra rally back. Now is it Røkkr's turn to bring them back in the hunt. I just felt like this had map 5 written all over it. When you think about the series these 2 teams normally have.
You can tell he's trying to play his life, but he just slides on through. Wasn't trying to challenge. Just every second now that the Ultra get, but nice map control coming in for Minnesota Røkkr. Going to have them spawning on the far side, but Cleanex, he's able to catch attached. Cammy, he's able to play his life. So much finesse from Toronto Ultra, just making the individual plays.
The movement on Cammy, terrific. 5 in a row for Cammy before he drops, just slaying Røkkr right out of the tournament. Now just 45 points away from victory. The positioning on point, the teamwork on point, the gunny on point is Cleanex 25 and 14 now. But we'll get ready. His 5th pops. And it's purple. Yet again, it just seems like every player we're hopping to on Ultra looks hot.
I mean, just look at Cleanex stats. Look at Bance right now on the opposite side, attaching in Standy. This is one of the weaker maps we've seen from him. They've just been put into the blender after the first rotation. They gotta go. Every second matters. Trying to fight over this final hill on this rotation. Bance with another multi-kill up to 23. And this is why I love Garrison for Toronto. I mean, they can be this team. They have so much pace with Cammy, Bance, and Cleanex. They can play at such a fast level, and where they're hitting shots like this, they're going to be tough to beat.
Oh, God, I might need to buy some maple syrup. Look at these boys making the plays. Toronto Ultra looking to close it out. They got the time here in the hard point to do just that. There's a final surge in from Røkkr. We'll be seeing another hard point. We'll head into our 3rd set of rotations, but you've got a presence here from Ultra layered all around mid-map. As Standy just cooks one right onto his teammate in accuracy. 5 in a row again for Cammy. The plays have been made. No game 5, no miracles, no heroics. Ultra, they put him to bed. They continue on and set up for a date with Dallas Empire.
Huge plays here out of Toronto Ultra. Every single player at some point goes on a spree. Cammy finished that one off with 5 in a row. It was Bance and Cleanex, really Cleanex, throughout, that second rotation who really took over. Røkkr, they get top 4. They wanted to do more, though. You know that on the Ultra side. You don't see the Bance in his hair because he's celebrating right now. But we have a lot of Call of Duty left.
He's dancing.
Toronto boys. Yeah.
And now Toronto, I mean, I think for either teams, we touched on the fact at the beginning of this, we felt they were so similar, right? Between the strengths across all game modes, the chance to come in and, shock a FaZe or an Empire. Maybe it is there. Is Ultra, they continue on. They make it the top 3. The addition to Insight paying dividends. Joe, take me through the stat line.
I mean, listen, everybody's got a great amount of damage. The slaying is there, though, but it's Cleanex for me, 29 and 19. On the opposite end, I mean, it's kind of what we touched on, attaching Standy to some machine guns. Rough map from them, and it's going to happen.
Priestahh,
yeah, 27-24. I mean, listen, you look at this series, they took their hardpoint in map 1. They took away Toronto's hardpoint. They're feeling good, but what has kept Toronto in these series has been that game 2. It's been the search and destroy. Mentally, I think it keeps them focused. It lets them know that they could do this, and then they clutch out that round 5 in control. But man, Toronto, they just keep doing it.
Yeah, it just felt like, eventually Røkkr was going to lose a hard point. Like, I know they were perfect on the weekend, but that definitely was not their strength coming in, and they fall short there. But we are going to check out the scuff play of the game. It's going to be Cleanex. You talked about his importance throughout the course of that map, some of the stretches to get the streak, to make the play at 3rd. Cleanex, man, when he is in form, he is deadly.
100%. I mean, you see the score right now, and I think even before this, it was like 80 to 110 for Røkkr. But it's all about this second rotation, just the game back and forth, and he's in this position where he's on that spree and he's just cutting off the reinforcements. Then you see the split spawns come in, and they're just taking their time. I love seeing the patience out of Bance.
What was the swing? I mean, what was the biggest lead that was for Røkkr? Like 40? Somewhere in that ballpark?
30 or 40? Yeah, I mean, it was a lot.
Swing was massive. I mean, they end up winning it by 100. Once they get rolling, it reminds you a little bit on the opposite side, like with the OpTic match versus Røkkr yesterday. Like OpTic start hot, and then Røkkr got going. This time they start a little bit stronger and then fall apart midway through. It's just unbelievable. Some of these matches we have had going down, but Insight take a moment to celebrate, but not more than a moment, because you've got another match to go. And hopefully for you, maybe two. But to break it all down, we're going to get it back over to the desk. We've got Lottie, Nameless, Study after the break.
I can't lie. Haters watch it, throw the piece, tell them bye, 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 bye. I got things to do, I got fans to get. Competition up in smoke, ooh, cannabis. Ask me why I'm a top 10 candidate. I'm so fly, I'm so clean, ooh, and I'm rich. They can't stop it, they can't stop the kids. They can't stop it, they can't stop the kid. Check the scoreboard, I'm running up stats. Numbers don't lie, that's facts. They can't stop it, they can't stop the kids. They can't stop it, they can't stop the kid. Check the numbers, I'm running it up. I got penny bands, I'm thumbing it, yeah. Tell them move, get up out the way. It's ludicrous, yeah, how much I'm getting paid. 2, 4, 5, 7, 8, 10K. No mob ties for the player being made. Now how you spoke to your girl, better check her phone. And do you know what she doing when you not at home? And when she tell you she alone, but she not alone. She got a lot of options. Any money mo, she gon' do what she want. Ain't no stopping it all. Pour the liquor in the cup, yeah, I'm topping it all. I might take your girl, take a trip to the mall. Put the shelf in the bag, yeah, cause I'm copping it all. I'm saying, they can't stop it, they can't stop the kids. They can't stop it, they can't stop the kids. Check the scoreboard, I'm running up stats. Numbers don't lie, that's facts. They can't stop it, they can't stop the kids. They can't stop it, they can't stop the kids. Check the numbers, I'm running it up. I got penny bands, I'm thumbing it.
The Call of Duty League is presented by Scuff, the official controller of the Call of Duty League. The US Army wants your warrior. Hello beautiful people, welcome back to the desk. We have the bracket for you currently, and what has been going on? Well, I'll tell you what, Røkkr have gone home. Ultra have sent them packing with a 3-1 victory, and now they will meet Empire in the Elimination finals, and only one will meet FaZe in our tournament final a little bit later on. Huge stuff that has been going on. Ultra, who would have thought it? Well, I'll tell you what they did, because they were looking at this gorgeous prize pool, $500,000 on the line, everybody. And also, we've had Minnesota Røkkr walking away with 40 G's in their pockets. Lads, look at that.
Not bad.
Not a bad week's work, that, I must say, in the office. Not bad. Probably not what they were hoping for, though. Because look, eyes on the prize right here in the Call of Duty League. Everyone is going for that first place spot, and now we only have 3 teams left who will be able to secure that one. But I tell you what, I need your reactions, lads, because this was absolutely epic. Nameless, what did you make overall of that incredible elimination match?
Yeah, I mean, Toronto do it again. They're really on a crazy run right now, and we've seen how much this team has developed over the last few weeks. A lot of people come down on Bance for his performance during both stage regular play, but when it comes to the major, he started to turn up. Kleenex also with the huge play in control, and then big game 4. Everybody on this team is stepping up right now, man. They're making a crazy run.
Yeah, they definitely are, man. And especially throughout that entire series, you could just tell that Toronto was starting to get more warmed up. That first hard point didn't go their way. Just They just didn't get those first rotations on those hard points throughout that beginning of the map. And then they go into that search and destroy where it just looked real clean. But I'm really focused on that control. That control is where they really took off in this series. It was a battle of who was going to win that first offensive round. It goes down to the wire. Then Toronto put on offense. But it came down to that one play where they needed to chain those kills together. And Bance was the glue there. He took control of Kitchen, was able to open up with the 2-piece, which gave the opening for his teammates to get on that point and eventually close that out.
Yeah, I mean, look, they're peaking at the right time. That is what you want to see. Ultra looking pretty fierce right now. Nameless, though, we need a breakdown, man, because that S&D, that final round was absolutely epic. What did you notice from it in particular?
Yeah, we're gonna pull this up. It was wild. You know, Røkkr actually picked Express in the map vetoes here. That was their map pick, and they end up losing it. You know, despite being 1-3, they still play this map. And you know, majority of the offensive rounds for Ultra, they were going over towards maps and just getting the bomb down immediately, right? And what happens here is they were doing that throughout the game. So look, Røkkr give up B fully, and you can never fully give up that bomb site. If you do, it's a really tough retake, and Ultra get full control here. So like Jay, you can attest to this. Back in the day, playing Search and Destroy, it's mind games. Those early rounds, you can really dictate what happens towards the end of the game. You can see it's just a blind counter out of Ultra. The VOD view is on point. They get the bomb down. Insight picks up a big 2 kills from up here, and the round's basically done, right? So Røkkr, they were worried about that A plant over and over and over again. They commit to it in this round. They end up losing it.
Yeah, and that's the thing, man, is that Ultra, they started off that S&D by going to that A bomb site first, getting that bomb down quick, and that's what had Minnesota on their toes. It's just once they plant the bomb that fast, they're going to start to do that a lot more because of our positioning, so they decided to switch it up. They had a couple battles at that low B, but it went back and forth both times, but Toronto, to close that out, they knew exactly what the Røkkr were trying to do. They perfectly balance countered it, just 4-hit out B, get that bomb plant out immediately. Minnesota just didn't have what it took to play that 4v4 retake.
You got to win your map.
Yeah.
Like, that's their map pick. They got to win that. That's the story of the series to me.
100%. I think at this point in the major as well, it's, you know, you've got to take those little advantages. But at the end of the day, Ultra really kind of pulled through there. They were the ones that were playing up to it. And man, I've got to say, they're looking pretty good. But that leads me on to talk about Dallas and how Dallas are really going to approach this team. Look, they're coming off the back of a really great win. They're feeling pretty confident. Dallas a little bit cold, I'm sure, because they haven't been in it competitively today. Nameless, how do Empire approach Ultra?
You know, we talked about this morning during our Twitter Spaces, right? Like, I'm looking at Huke and Shotzzy to both be on form at the same time. You know, throughout Major 1, we were looking at Huke and we're like, okay, is he the best player in the world right now? Like, he's absolutely destroying. He was definitely the best player in Empire then, but now Shotzzy, he's the one who's really taken point here and just going off consistently. I mean, you look at Huke, he's sitting at a 0.79 in control, 0.95 overall. So, I mean, by all means, he's not like getting destroyed, but there's another level that Huke can go to. And that's that dynamic duo stuff that we see out of Simp and aBeZy. We have seen that out of Huke and Shotzzy, and I want to see that coming up here in this match versus a fired up Ultra team where Kleenex is popping pieces left and right.
Yeah, and they need to be on point, man, because so far throughout this major, that backbone game mode in hardpoint, we thought it was going to be there for them. So far throughout the major, they are 1-4, and they completely flipped the switch. They have that S&D record who are now 4-0, and that's just not the Dallas Empire that we know. We know them to be a really strong respawn team and the S&D to be lacking, but the fact that they're 1-4 in hardpoint, 4-0 in Search and Destroy is completely off guard. They need to fix that hardpoint game, and between Shotzzy and Huke, those boys need to be on point.
Totally. I love what you said there, backbone game mode. I mean, that's the problem right now. With Ultra peaking in that way, especially looking so good on S&D, it's going to be very, very rough for Empire, I think, especially coming off the back of that win against Minnesota Røkkr. Leads me on to asking you lads about your top 5 though right now. Has it changed slightly? Because Nameless, I asked you this, literally, I think it was yesterday. So any changes in this kind of top 5 placing right now?
No, I will say, I made this a little bit earlier today before this match. I would have put Kleenex in it after that series. I thought it was incredible, so let's pull this up here. But yeah, I mean, I have accuracy. Yeah, we'll make it an honorable mention. But yeah, I mean, I have accuracy in it after that huge play yesterday. Formal really stepped up in that series for me. I mean, despite losing, Formal was incredible, man. I love the way he's been playing COD. It looks like IW Formal. aBeZy, Shotzzy, and Standy, those 3 guys are just absolutely insane with the SMGs. What they're able to do is just so elusive on the map. The aggression, it's really shown to be that play style in this game.
Love it, man. Study, I gotta get your take though. Who are your top 5 right now?
Well, my top 5, they're a little bit all over the place, man, but we're going to get this pulled up here, and we're going to start it off. For me, it's going to be Kenny from LA Thieves, man. The guy came in with a brand new role, for the major, and he was shutting it down as that main AR. And then you know we gotta go aBeZy. The guy's just way too fast to keep up. He's been making plays ever since the major has started. And then Prestinni, he's been that player for me that has just stepped up ever since stage 2, man. His consistency has really turned the face of the Seattle Surge around, man. They look like a team that can compete with the best. And then you gotta round it off with Standy. The guy's just, he's in his first major. He's putting on an absolute clinic. Unfortunately, they're gonna get knocked out there. And then last but not least, we're gonna have the King Scump, man. I know he's been, you know, hard on himself, saying that he wasn't been able to perform recently, but so far throughout this major, he's been putting on a show, man. Every single time he was in a 1v1, he was clutching out. Besides that one he lost to iLLeY, but he was just on pace, man. He was feeling himself, and that's gonna be my top 5.
I love it. Well, I'll tell you what, there's plenty of talent in this Call of Duty League, but only one can call themselves the player of the stage. So this is me reminding you guys at home that tomorrow we actually will be announcing the next player of the stage, powered by Astro Gaming. So tune in to our post show after the match to see who will win. And only the real ones tune into the post show, because that's where all the fun happens, guys. Well, I'll tell you what, we do have an epic matchup coming your way. Empire versus Ultra. Ultra rightfully so in this elimination final, but who will walk away with the final placing to go and face Atlanta FaZe? We will find out right after this.
Welcome back to Major 2, presented by Zinni Gaming. It is time for the losers bracket final. Empire, Ultra, the stars align. The winner gets a date with Atlanta FaZe in the final. Empire trying to get back to this matchup, right? The same matchup we saw at the Major 1 final, hoping obviously they can find more success than they did there. And for Ultra, you're on this run. I don't think a lot of the pick'ems probably had you in this position, but the improvements are there. The gameplay is there. Joe, do they have what it takes to come in here and beat Empire?
Absolutely. What have we seen from Empire? It's sort of their hard point's been off. Their search has been great, but so is Toronto's. It's just been a balanced effort from Toronto. Clutching up when they need to. We just saw it in that control round 5. That's really the difference maker. That's why we thought Røkkr could be a dangerous team against Atlanta FaZe. Their map pool is deep. Ultra, in a way, I mean, if you go back and look at that winners round 2, that 3-1, that checkmate hardpoint, a couple of plays go different. Toronto sends that to a map 5. At that point, who knows what happens?
No, you're absolutely right. I mean, they got 3-0 body the first time, but it was a